Welcome all of you. Why do we discuss election and poll in an edu conclave? Though Mr. Chawla just said what ails our university and the education system is the politicization of it, I must say that in a democracy, this is perhaps the most sacred thing that we do, which is elect a government, vote. And especially for students, we have students in higher education vote to elect. So it's very important they understand that role. Whether that leads to politicization or politics in campus, that's another matter. This is a year which we will where we see a very important election, 2024. We are going to choose our next government for the 5 years. But this is it's not just in India, but in the neighborhood and almost 40 countries across the world that elections are taking place. 2024, when we are looking at the year ahead, what was most remarkable is the fact that there were so many elections across the world. And here we pride ourselves for being the largest democracy. So, Khushbu, I would like to begin with you. We'll have a common question, this thing, all of you respond to it, and we can begin with you, because we just have the consecration of the Ram temple, which in a way has set a massive narrative for the election. So, tell me, you are a politician from the South. How much of that is going to impact elections in South and particularly in Tamil Nadu, in your state?
Hi, very good morning to everyone. It's such a pleasure to be on the dais with very good friends of mine. And I think I don't look at this, the inauguration of Ram Mandir, as a political bait, and especially down in South, because we know I come from BJP, I'm the national executive member of the BJP, but I would still like to accept the fact that yes, as far as Tamil Nadu and Kerala is concerned, BJP is a step behind. We are not finding a very great foothold till now, but yes, there is going to be a huge change in the next 6 to 7 years. And this election is going to be definitely challenging for us. And we would like to believe that we are going to make a huge mark in the upcoming elections in 2024. And that's because we have always seen there's a change of pattern in voting when it comes to Tamil Nadu, and especially in the South, between the assembly and the parliamentary elections. So people, when you see in Tamil Nadu especially, the kind of love and respect they have garnered for the Prime Minister, I'm sure there's going to be a huge change, and it's for people to choose right that who's going to be at the center, who's going to be at the center government, and they see the kind of progress the country has made in the last 10 years. So I think people are intelligent enough, and we'll wait and watch as to what the election results are going to be.
Since it is Khushbu who started it, in all fairness of things, I should allow Mr. Annadurai to come in on the same issue.
Yeah.
How much the Ram temple and the Ram narrative going to determine elections, particularly in the South and your state? Will it have the kind of impact and frenzy that we are witnessing in the North?
Yeah.
And particularly the Hindi heartland states.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. We had this Ram temple consecration a few days back. And in the state of Tamil Nadu, it has never had any impact. Even in 1971, there was this massive rumor which was said that Periyar and his followers slippered Ram's idol and took it on a procession. DMK won a massive mandate in 1971. The biggest thing is in the state of Tamil Nadu, people are smarter. They understand that we should not mix religion and politics. That is why we were able to ward off BJP in the state of Tamil Nadu. Though BJP in 2014, from 2014, in the last 10 years, they have made massive strides across the state, across the country. In Kerala and Tamil Nadu, they were not able to make any dent. They were not able to make any inroads. This is the important reason. That apart, when it comes to temple, the BJP always portrays that we are a party, DMK is a party which is against the Hindus, and they are the party who are supporting the Hindus. But if you look at this consecration, it was very clear that it was a political move. 2014, 24 elections were playing in the mind of Mr. Narendra Modi. That is why a half-built temple. It was not completed fully. They wanted to go ahead with the consecration so that they thought we will not be able to speak about any other issue. If you look at the narrative in the last 1 month, did anybody speak about the petrol price rise? The diesel price rise? Of course, they're not rising. They're kept at a constant because elections are approaching. And if we take the international crude oil price as the benchmark, which it should be, the petrol price should be capped at 62 rupees. But we are paying 100 rupees. So where does that 40 rupees go? It goes to ensure that the loans given to the corporate friends of the BJP are waived off. We are subsidizing the loans taken by the big corporates. You and I cannot go take a loan. We know how difficult that job is. So the idea of the BJP, of this consecration and everything, is that to push back every other issue of the common man, unemployment, that is the biggest issue. They don't want us to talk about. Now it is over. Another 1 month, they will keep talking about this again and again and again. But fortunately, in the state of Tamil Nadu, we have a leadership, we have a government which prioritizes education. We have libraries in every district. Within 15 months, we were able to build a massive library at Madurai. This is what every government should do. The union government, the BJP government, said they will build an AIMS. When? In 2014. 2014, they said 16, this thing was laid. But even now, everybody knows, not even one brick was laid. This is the importance the BJP gives to education, and the importance given by the DMK to education is also well known.
Okay, Mr. Annadurai, we've understood you are building temples and BJP is, you are building libraries.
Absolutely.
And BJP is building temples. But, between emotion and intellect, so it is going to be a contest of that sort.
See, that is why I said people of Tamil Nadu are smarter. They know. They know what is important to them.
Can I just give one simple...
If you look at the number of best colleges in the country, of course, Mr. Prabhu Chawla was lamenting. Just a moment,
Most
madam.
of the universities
Just a
and
moment,
colleges
madam.
are owned by DMK.
Just a moment.
Khushbu, just a moment.
Mr. Prabhu Chawla was lamenting that we are not among the top universities in the whole world. But at least when we compare in the state of India, in the country of India, Tamil Nadu, if you take the top 100 colleges, almost half the colleges are in the state of Tamil Nadu. If you take top 10 universities, at least 4 or 5 of them are in the state of Tamil Nadu. That is because of the Dravidian ideology, that we give importance to education, we give importance to English. That is why we are having this conversation here in English. But here, if you ask the BJP leaders, they will say, why English? It is a colonial hangover. All the leaders, all the BJP ministers, their sons and daughters would be getting a degree in Oxford, Harvard, everywhere. But they don't want us to learn Hindi, English.
Okay.
They say, please read Hindi. Hindi is our national language.
You must allow your other panelists to also have a say.
Can I just respond for a minute?
Quick point, and then I have to allow Mr.
Yes, I would like to just mark, thank you, Saravanan, for such a strong points you have placed, but I would like to remind you that with the Pran Pratishtha Puja which was happening, because it's not going to make any impact in Tamil Nadu, yet the government of Tamil Nadu made sure that there was a complete ban on the telecast. The High Court had to intervene. They made sure that when you talk about Sanatan Dharma, it was said that it has to be eradicated because it is about COVID and cancer and dengue. Then we talk about the colleges. Most of the colleges and universities are owned by the DMK members. We have to keep that in mind. And let me remind you, none of them are state government. They all are CBSE board because Hindi happens to be a second language in their own schools, including the school which is owned by the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. His own daughter runs a school which is CBSE board and it teaches Hindi. So it's a complete farce when you say that Hindi eradication, there's an imposition of Hindi. Everybody can speak Hindi except the people of Tamil Nadu. Their own DMK leaders, when they go to Delhi, they learn
this
Hindi
is not a
because they say
debate.
it's a time of survival. I think education should be left to the people who know what is education about.
No,
We should not be
we'll
even
come back
talking
to
about it, and we should stick to the discussion what we have here. That is about the poll mandate.
Just a small
No,
report.
this cannot become a
give me 10
DMK
seconds.
versus
Give me 10
BJP.
seconds.
No,
Give me 10
Saravanan,
seconds.
this will go on. It will be
No,
between
I know.
me and
Give me
you.
just 10 seconds. See, she says we don't know Hindi. So what? I'm asking, so what? We don't have to go to Delhi for any job
No, you don't have
opportunities.
to.
We are going
You don't have to
America.
go to Delhi, so
We
make
are
sure that
going to London.
2024 you don't fight the elections.
The students here know it very well. Almost in the state of Tamil Nadu, each and every one of their families will have
Last
a
year,
child
Karnataka had
or their
60,000,
cousins or their
65,000
Okay, now
people
that
who
is-
actually
nephews
wanted to
in
learn
London
Hindi.
or in
Tamil Nadu, you had
US. That is
2.5 lakh people who
because
applied
we
to
did
learn
not read
Hindi in
Hindi.
Tamil Nadu
This is
alone.
not a
English.
TV debate. Please cooperate. This is not a TV debate. And we should not value judge any linked language, okay? Hindi is spoken in more than one state. It is not spoken. I am a Bengali myself, but I have worked most of my life in Delhi and in the northern states. So linked language, we should not value judge that. And knowing a language, whether it is English or any other language, should not be judged in any way. Okay, Tamil is a great language, and we have had great literature in Tamil, and studying in a university in Kolkata, I have read some of the seminal texts of Tamil literature in translation. Okay, and that is a good thing, right? It is linked languages make everything, rich cultures accessible to all of us.
No,
Now
we have seen
allow
how many
when-
super hit Hindi movies. We had Basigar running for 1 year. That is because we did not hate Hindi. We have the largest number of Hindi Prachar Sabhas in the state of Tamil Nadu. We have the largest number of people studying Hindi. We are only saying, please don't impose it on us. If you want to read it, we will read it.
There's a point, but we are watching more Tamil films now and South Indian films everywhere, not just in South, in the Northwest, everywhere. Okay, so that way culturally things are opening up. So we should not value judge all the time. Mr. Brittas, while we are still on the southern part of the country, please.
I will salvage this discussion from the Tamil discourse now. Khushbu should bear with me. The question about next election, I think that is the theme of this discourse. I feel that the most important aspect of the next election is to bring back the country from the brink, restore the institutions, ensure the sanctity of the parliamentary democracy, ensure that the federal principles are upheld. Few minutes ago, you had a session anchored by Honorable Prabhu Chavlaji, wherein the governor of Kerala had the audacity to say that, accuse a jurist like Nariman of taking 30 lakhs to ensure that his son gives a different opinion in support of Kerala government. The politics has reached such level. You need to take back this politics from this trash. A constitutional functionary talking such nonsense in a very important summit. Now, coming back, when I talk about bringing back the country from the brink, I feel that I'm a member of parliament. I'm still under suspension. Could you visualize that the parliamentary democracy has reached such a level when 146 MPs have been suspended for no reason or rhyme? Now the narrative has started in the name of Ram. Yes, we do all acknowledge Ram, but it's not the Ram of Modi. It's the Ram of Gandhi we acknowledge. Please understand that. It's a Ram of compassion, not the Ram of revenge. But the narrative which has been painted across the country by the media. Earlier the media was Godi media. Now I think the media, one vowel has to be changed. Prabhu Chawlaji, you were a giant in Delhi. You are very close to Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Do you see that sanctity of governance now in Delhi in those terms? The media, I would say, the vowel E should be changed as O. Media should be termed as Modia now. So we need to redeem the pillars of this democracy, where it is parliamentary democracy. The executive has become one person, not the collective wisdom of the ministry. Now the parliament has become subservient to the executive. You know the plight of the judiciary. You have a Supreme Court judge saying that the common man has lost his faith in judiciary. And you know what has happened to media. So I feel that this is a time we need to restore democracy, and 2024 elections would be naturally an opportunity for the people. And I have full faith in the people, the resilience in the people. We need to restore democracy in this country. Thank you.
Gaurav, now you tell us. You have you are the other national party. One of your prominent leaders is leading a yatra in the Northeast. And your presence in the Hindi heartland it's almost like a disappearing act, especially in the state where this temple has been consecrated. So tell us what is going to be your narrative. And here, while you are in coalition, in an India coalition with the left, but in Kerala you are at loggerheads with each other. You can't decide what is going to happen in Bengal. Every day we are getting, whether we are Modia or media, we are reporting on the bites
I'm
that
glad that she accepted my proposition as Modia.
No, because I give you platform here. The fact is, you are able to come and...
You're speaking the fact now.
Yeah, okay. You are coming and sitting in a media platform talking to students, and we are providing you that platform. So what you call us, it's up to you. Gaurav.
Namaskar to everybody here. One lesson which I would like to share with my students who are here, that always try to sit very next to the anchor so that you get first chance to speak. The more is the distance, the last will be your probability to speak. We were discussing about Hindi, English, Tamil. Anyhow, that is not our agenda today. We had started our discussion with the Pran Pratishtha of Bhagwan Shri Ram. That is very good. It has been done as per the Supreme Court guidelines. We welcome that. There is nothing against that. But after Ramji's Pran Pratishtha, now it is a turn for Ram Rajya. And people are going to vote for Ram Rajya. And Ram Rajya is with India. And what is Ram Rajya, you know? In Ram Rajya, every young person should have a job. And you will be surprised, in a quarter ended October to December 2023, the unemployment rate in the age group of 20 to 24 is 44.5%. In the age group of 20 to 24, the young students who are sitting there, half of them are not going to get the job. This is CMIE data. The second pillar of Ram Rajya is that every Mahila should have a Samman, every woman should have a respect. And you will be surprised, and Khushbu is aware of this data, I am very sure. As per the NCRB data of 2022, every 51st minute there is a crime against women. Is this the Ram Rajya? The third pillar of Ram Rajya is that the farmers and the other people should get their honorarium for their mehnat. As per Government of India, a farmer's family is earning 6,426 per month for entire family. In other words, hardly 200 rupees per day for a family of a farmer. This is not going to be Ram Rajya. The fourth pillar of Ram Rajya is that there should be sadbhav. There should be unity in diversity. We should not discuss whether Hindi or English or Malayalam or Telugu. We require each language in our country. We require all of them. That is the premise of Ram Rajya. Ram Rajya doesn't mean that my one friend is just trying to say something, other friend is just countering this. That is not Ram Rajya. Why can't we talk about how to get these people, these young students, getting their job? And job doesn't mean getting a 10,000 rupees job on a bike. They are running from one house to other, delivering some Zomato food packet or something else. That is not job. Ram Rajya means we require a good price for the farmers. What happened to C2 plus 50% MSP for farmers? Why can't we give? Ram Rajya doesn't mean that every 51st minute there is a crime against the women. And Ram Rajya doesn't mean, and that is very specific to Tamil Nadu. In FY23, financial year 2023, 13,290 MSMEs were closed down. Ram Rajya doesn't mean that we should promote monopolies. Only 2, 3, 4 business groups are getting the entire business of the country. That is not Ram Rajya. What is happening? And Ram Rajya doesn't mean Bhagwan Shri Ram ne to shabri ke beer khaye the. Right now we are discussing about what is the language, what language we should teach. Are we require education, whether it is in English or Hindi or Malayalam or Tamil or Telugu or any other language of the world. We require jobs for that educated. That is Ram Rajya. And people of our country are going to vote because Pran Pratishtha ke baad to Rajya sthapit ho chuka hai. After Pran Pratishtha, if you are not going to follow the principles of Ram Rajya, people are going to throw you out. The Ram Rajya is the Nyay. And that is what you had asked me in a question. Nyay, the justice is the premise of the Ram Rajya. And for that justice, our leader is walking from Manipur to Mumbai. Why our leaders, why our Prime Minister, is he not allowed to get down in Manipur and talk to the people of Manipur with what happened? This is not Ram Rajya.
Gaurav, you have gone with this narrative in the recent state elections as well. Our elections in 2024 doesn't seem to, it doesn't look like it is going to be any different. It has become increasingly personality-centric, presidential type of election, where every prime minister that we have had, there was a moment in their reign, which, or in their tenure, that where they peaked. If for Nehru, it was his establishment of the institutions, or his speech, or with Vajpayee, it was an attempt to reach out to the neighbors and solve a long festering problem. With Manmohan Singh, it was the civil nuclear deal. With Mr. Modi, is at the moment, it looks like he is a peak of political career. With with whatever they politically, through their manifesto, had promised, has delivered, and it is being clubbed with some development work. Against that narrative, what is your narrative? Unemployment, and it is a very powerful emotional appeal to the voter.
See.
Right? So what is the counter narrative with unemployment, inflation? These are issues which cannot be ignored. But are you finding traction? And together, what is the counter narrative that you have? And who is your face against Mr. Modi?
After a peak, there is always a downfall.
See, you said that BJP had delivered what they had promised. Young students are sitting there. 15 lakh, all of you got now? Please raise your hand.
I didn't say they have delivered.
So,
I have said there is a very powerful narrative which has been said.
So that is only
Yeah.
narrative.
Yeah.
That is not delivery. Otherwise, all of you might have received 15 lakh or 2 crore jobs. By this time, 10 crore jobs has been delivered. But on the other side, I gave you a counter data, 44.5% unemployment level. So our narrative is justice. Justice for these young people for getting the job. Justice for farmers for getting their fair price. Justice for women to have an equal opportunity at all fronts. Justice for everyone. Justice for democracy. As my colleague had pointed out, 146 parliamentarians are out of parliament. Then what kind of this parliament is? After a few days, the budget session is going to start and he is here. Then what is the use of that budget session? It is not going to be Man Ki Baat in budget.
Vote an account.
There should be a counter baat also. We are fed up with this Man Ki Baat type of movement that you come and deliver your baat. अरे हमारी बात तो सुनो, इनकी बात तो सुनो, ये यहाँ बैठे हैं इनकी बात सुनो. There are a lot of things we have to hear from them. So our narrative is justice. Our narrative is मोहब्बत की दुकान. That is our narrative. Our narrative is that all of us, as we were doing in the past 75 years of our post-independence, it is not that one state is doing something
But
better
is
than...
it giving
I'm just concluding. One state is doing better than other state, that is good. But that second state is doing better in some other thing. That is what we are proud of. That is what India is. We are right now talking either on conflict on languages. Sometimes, madam, I am surprised. There is a debate on India and Bharat. Madam, Bharat or India?
आपका तो इंडिया
I'm just telling Bharat or India.
Alliances for your
So
India.
She doesn't believe in India.
Whether it is, no, I'm saying.
I believe in India and Bharat both.
That is you. I didn't even complete my answer before you pitched
I
in,
believe in
Gaurav.
both India and Bharat. Madam, India not, no, you don't believe in India?
I don't believe in
this
the
kind
alliance
of
India what you
cross
talk
questions,
about.
this
India
kind
and Bharat or Hindustan, everything
bhai,
belongs. Namma naad, namma manne. That is what is
So-
important.
so it is
India
something-
is your alliance
It
what you
is
talk
something-
about.
Gaurav, we can't. This is not AICC podium where you
I'm
give
not saying-
this
what
thing.
is this?
This
I'm
is a serious
saying, madam,
discussion. Please allow others
Madam, I
also
am
to
saying
speak.
that
They are
if
all your allies
I
also.
just last sentence, if I don't like name Khushbu, so can't I say, Madam Khushbu, if I don't like her ideology, then all Khushbus of the world are bad. So I will say this, I don't believe in the ideology of Khushbu Sundar, then all Khushbus are bad. No, I don't say like that.
You have
so
in the
if you
democracy,
don't-
you
so
have
you
all the
have a
rights to have
problem
your
with
own
India name.
perception. Now coming to
Acha,
that,
please,
I'd just like
this
to
kind of personalized conversation is not what
Okay,
we were looking
before-
at. Why don't you?
I think let's be a little more serious because
Yeah.
it's going to be a duel. See, these are all very difficult times, I would say that. These are the times when scientists talk about astrology, when mythologists write history. These are difficult times now, you know that. And let us see the facts and figures. When we talk about federalism, we really believe that there should be cooperative federalism. But when Mr. Modi talks in terms of cooperative federalism, there is crony federalism. Even the institution of governors are being used to disrupt state administration. That is happening in Tamil Nadu, that is happening in Kerala, that is happening in all the opposition-led governments. Just tell about a single index where this government has fared better. Let us talk about, say, extreme poverty. See, the states where BJP is ruling, BJP has ruled for decades. As per the Niti Aayog's statistics, the extreme poverty level is something like 30%. In all the southern states, it's below 10%. In Kerala, it is less than 1%. You know what is the reason? You know what is the reason? We have kept BJP away from power. You talked in terms of a narrative that it's a foregone conclusion that BJP is going to come to power. That is a narrative of the Modia. I won't say media, it's a narrative of the Modia. See, now, just look at the television studios. See, the only job of the television anchors to create polarization. Hindu, Muslim, Hindu, Muslim. That's my colleague talked in terms of unemployment, poverty. See, why are we not concerned about those verticals? Mr. Prabhu Chawla, I agree with him in all his almost all the points which he made in the opening remarks, except one point he said, troublesome state. Kerala is a troublesome state. That was to, of course, pacify Mr. Arif Mohd Khan. Can you discuss about education without referring to Kerala? Can you discuss about education? Kerala is Kerala. It's ahead of all the states in all the social indices because we have not allowed BJP to have a foothold there in Kerala. Precisely that. We don't want people to fight in the name of religion. Now, you are discussing about Pran Pradishta. Of course, good. You give Pran to gods, no problem. But give Prana Pradishta to Manipur people also. People are dying there. Let the Prime Minister go to Manipur and give some Pran to the citizens. That is his primary duty.
So
Take care of the gods, take care of the people. See, the Prime Minister's duty is primarily to take care of the people, not the gods. Our constitution is secular constitution. We don't want to mix religion with politics. Even the thin line of difference between religion and politics have been completely conversed. Is there any editorial in the media which is to criticize Modi for merging this religion with politics? No. You have completely caved in. That's why I said all the four pillars of Indian democracy, executive, legislature, judiciary, and media, need to be restored. Unless you restore these pillars, you won't be having a democratic process in this country.
I think I need to
Okay,
come in here
you
for a
ta-
minute.
no,
For a minute, I need to come in
one
here because
moment.
because both my friends have been talking about it. I think I need to come in here when you're talking about poverty, when you're talking about atrocities against women. As a National Commission member for Women member, I have to say that all the complaints we get, the maximum complaints come from non-BJP ruled states. And I'm here not as anybody else, but as a woman, because that is why I have always stood up for. Now, I would like to tell them that today the country is going towards 6 trillion economy. You see that we are talking about eradicating poverty. Just 3 days back, we all have seen in the newspaper, more than 25 crores people have been lifted from BPL level. Now, we need to look into it. The damage which has been done in the last 75 years, we cannot clear it in 10 years. We need some time. But today, if the country, if India or Bharat, as what he says or what he believes
Khushbu,
in,
you will
I
get
think
enough
we need
time to set
understand.
your narrative
No, I'm
outside.
saying because they have said it. So I need to put in that this conclave is about education. It's not about BJP or Congress or DMK. I think we need to stick to it, that what we have come for, how we are going to provide the facilities to children. Today, when we talk about Make in India, people have been becoming their own leaders. They want to become their own, they're becoming entrepreneurs. They want to be their own bosses. So I think we are moving forward. We are moving forward. And it's just that if some people have a problem with democracy and the way the India is moving forward, I think under democracy of this, as the largest democracy of this world, I think we need to understand that we have to give them that platform and say that you are entitled to your opinion, but the people of this country, they know what they want to do and they know when to vote and who to vote for. And I will let the people and the youngsters with
They will
more than
decide whether you-
65% of
ask them
youngsters
or not.
below the age of 30. 65% below the age of 30 is what the youngest democracy of India is in the world. So the youngest people we have in India. So I think I leave it to them to decide who they want to vote for.
So how do you think, Mr. Annadurai, the narrative she is setting, which is also dripping with religion and all that, how much of that will work in a state, say, like Tamil Nadu?
See, the BJP, the biggest problem with the BJP is they want to destroy the identity of India. See, when we studied in first standard, I think right from first standard, what we were taught is India is a pluralistic country. Unity in diversity. But the BJP wants to destroy that. They want to homogenize everything. They are afraid of the diversity of our country. That is why they say one everything, oneness in everything. They have this toxic obsession over that word oneness. They don't want to appreciate. See, we have repeatedly pointed out.
You have to be short now.
Yes.
Running out of time.
Yes. See, we have repeatedly pointed out that this diversity is the important reason for our integrity. You want to crush this diversity, the integrity will disappear. But the BJP does not want to learn its lesson. When I want to finish, I want to also, Mr. Prabhu Chawla, while asking the questioning the governor, he asked one valid question. What is the role of the governor being the chancellor? He never answered it. If it was a TV debate, I would have interfered and said, Mr. Governor, please answer. Or I would have given the answer. Now I'm telling you, see, the governors were made chancellors, not now, from the British times. These universities set up during the British time, those statutes were simply followed. If the state government says, we don't want the chancellors to be the governors, they are well within their rights to change them. Because it is the will of the people. So far, we did not have any problem because the governors were apolitical. But now, we are seeing the governor in the state of Tamil Nadu is spreading rumors. He said, he went to this Godanda, last 10 seconds. See, a classic example. The governor says, I went to the Godandaramar temple. I saw the priests. I could see fear in their eyes. We thought he was an ex-IPS officer. We did not think that he is a psychologist who could see fear looking at the eyes. Or we did not know that he is an astrologer who could foresee that these people were having fear. The Bhattacharya gave an interview and busted the rumor of the governor. He said, nothing. Probably we were all tired because we were making preparations the whole night. So this is the kind of narrative BJP wants to divide people on the basis of religion, on the basis of everything. That is what they are experts at. And everybody has pointed out clearly how the people of the youth of this country are given a rude jolt. They don't have jobs. And what did Mr. Amit Shah say? Sell pakoras. That is also a job. This is not what we want. For that, we don't have to have this kind of education. And one of the most worst thing about the BJP is they are trying to stop the access to education. NEET. Okay, MBBS, you'll have to have the merit. That is a different debate. QET. Your plus 2 is not enough. You want to join a BA economics? You'll have to write an entrance examination. Are you willing to write the entrance examination after studying plus 2? Why should they undergo this ordeal? They say, whatever you have studied until plus 2 will not have any impact. We will only look at what you write in that examination. And how do people get clear in these examinations? By going for a coaching class. See, this is what the BJP is for. They don't want inclusive growth. But the Dravidian ideology says, include everybody, give access to everybody. Our great leader, Dr. Kalaignar, said, up to 10th standard, no fail. Pass everybody, because we want to give them minimum access to education. Even if you are a dull head, no problem. Go up to 10th standard, grasp whatever you want. But the BJP's new education policy says, okay, 5th standard we will have a public examination. Will any student, have you ever written a public examination in 5th standard? Would you have gone to school? Everybody would have bunked school and sat at home. This is the ideology we are opposing. This is the ideology we are saying, enough. 10 years we have seen where India is. We don't want India to be where
Mr.
India it is in the
Annadurai, now
next
we
10
will
years.
have to, we have completely run out of time. We have to wrap up. All of you have put forth your narratives, and let's see what 2024 throws up.
Can I have a
Thank
last
you.
slide?
Yeah, please, and also say how much of your narrative will take you out
See,
of Kerala.
I will, because I know it's time to close now. Only one line I have to say. Let Ram save this nation from Modi. That's all.
No, but I would like to also give my
Yeah,
last
please,
word.
please have your-
My last line would be when you talk about the education policy, I think if DMK is talking about Dravidian movement and Dravidian ideologies, I think they should forget everything and bring in Samachir Kalvi, which was brought in by Kalingar, which they do not follow. Secondly, when they talk about, against Modi, I think if they have one leader in the India alliance, what they're talking about, they can place one person, India and the 28 other parties, what they have, one person who's going to be the face against Modi. Secondly, when my friend Mr. Saravanan spoke about the NEET, I think you should give the credit to them because it was Nalini Chidambaram who stood at the steps of Supreme Court and she said you cannot take NEET out of Tamil Nadu. And let us remember, NEET was brought in by Congress. Thank you.
May I have the last line? And the last line
Please,
is that...
one, very short. We are completely out of time.
Last line is that, as an anchor, don't give last line to anyone.
That's a good one.
Any Tom, Dick and Harry will do a better job than Mr. Modi.